You gotta put it in between that. Like, there you go. There you go.
Oh, that's nice. Got our heads symmetrically in the video.
But yeah.
How, in the literal
In the literal fudge can the water that we're sitting on, like, I don't get
that. The landmass.
Like, yeah, the landmass. I'm sorry.
That's heavy. No, I'm following.
And if the water is 95% of the world, so then how is the ocean? So like you get like the sphere, like that's what we're on. Mm-hmm. The sphere is why it doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. So I'm in Africa over here, and I jumped in the water, but when I'm in Africa, I jumped in going down. Mm-hmm. But in the sphere, I jumped in going this way.
Going in.
And I'm just swimming down all the way this way.
Through
the fucking sphere. That doesn't make sense to me.
Because
it doesn't make sense.
Because you're not allowing their lie to overcome your mind. Mm-hmm. You have to get that. Because it's not even a thing that you're wrestling with. It's just something that you're debunking at this point. Mm-hmm. So the fact of the matter is, when we look at higher source of living, or let's say, let's take the information that we accumulate and pay it forward. So shouts out to Spiritual Soul, because he let us know that on different realms, he let us know something that we already know.
Yeah.
On another realm, we exist. Okay. And in the place of the highest existence, information was given to the human existence that let them know, hey, we about to pour water on y'all. We gonna open up the sky and just allow water to come out until it floods the entire existence or the entire realm that you live in. And hence,
I think it's called Orion's Belt or something like that, where the sky broke open.
That's interesting. I've never heard this information.
Yeah, it's in the constellations or something. Like, it looks like there's almost like my scar on my forehead.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Harry Potter looking at. No, I got to swing. She swung. Yeah. So yeah, the concept of it, just knowing that someone even allowed for a physical change to happen, gives us the inclination to say that maybe we don't know everything. Maybe we're not aware of all things. Therefore, we need to be able to grasp what we do have. What we do have is we have us. We are the biggest. I want to say the biggest example, or the most valuable tool in this realm is our physical makeup, our physical being. But we don't appreciate ourselves on the level to where we've been made. Like he said, the Father would never doubt you. Then we have the ability to travel through time simply by thinking with a certain level of knowledge, information that we've grasped from 100 years ago. Tip of our finger. We can go get some knowledge that was 100 years old. Or challenge that knowledge to right now, like real life science. The word science means, well, first let's learn this. English is made up of Latin, Hebrew, and Greek. Science is a Greek word that means knowledge. And the truest knowledge comes from a certain dialect of Hebrew, and the word Hebrew simply means ancient, which is before time. So this gives a person the tools to equip their mind with understanding, which then would allow you to torpedo through any bullshit. Hence, what you dealing with. You not allowing bullshit, I don't want to curse, to distract your rational thinking for, I would say, homeostasis to be at its all-time highest level of production. Because people don't allow themselves to live vicariously through themselves. People need other type of gratification to make them feel like, their life is meaningful. When the fact that you breathe it, got a lot of meaning in that, man. So Pangea, flood, flat earth, lies about the sphere, the globe, the concept of the people who were sailing on ships and afraid to fall off the edge of the earth. They were in a more understanding mind than the bullshit that came after them. Because oh no, since we're not falling off, it just must be a circle. No, man is not given the ability to go to the edge of creation. You're not able to go past your limits. That's.
I believe.
Go ahead.
There's too much ocean for you to think that you're ever gonna find it.
Come on now, you're never gonna be able to.
You
Exactly.
Wow. So you think that the compass is even gonna let you go there? The compasses that they made.
Man made them, didn't they? Right. Man made these maps that we are saying, oh yeah, this must be, the truth.
Like we actually can go out and see. Like we can't even go to Antarctica.
You can't even. According to the
ban.
Right, like
the United Nations, I believe.
Because they've reached the limit to where they can travel. Any person that's went past the place where they say you can't go is no longer breathing with us in this time anymore. People who's
they're being tortured underground.
Technically, they're spiritual beings that live in the underground chambers. If we want to go back to our discussion last night about guardian angels, what's the opposite of a guardian angel? Okay, all right. Oh. So if that's the case, then the only thought I could think about is who is interacting with these demons on a friendly level to the point where they want the company of these demons. That's a different mindset. That's a different type of person. But it's people out here who are doing that. It's people out here who are invoking these spirits because you can do that. That's how powerful our words are. The word is the most powerful thing to the human. The word, or the lack thereof. Either you're going to speak with these breaths, or you won't. But you make that decision to conduct that power or to not conduct that power. So, and then, like Big Bro said, we're not our thoughts. This is very true. But the thoughts that we have,
they do create your reality.
They definitely do. Because they've been put there by someone who is more influential than you. We're being influenced by the people who are communicating with these demons. These demons have now told people how to control people. All you gotta do is put money out there, make niggas think they need jobs, and give them a community or a city to uphold rather than themselves. Oh shit, oh okay. And then what I do, I can just eat off them for the rest of my life. Yeah, you and your family. Next 100 years, couple thousand years before Christ come back, which is a real thing that demons are aware of. Demons are aware of a time of judgment because we are dealing with this meaningless life full of vanity because of a nigga who got jealous in the beginning of time. A spirit got jealous. It's like, ooh, I don't want to worship no dirt.
Because we are like minerals of earth.
It's alright. I like that perspective. That was hard. That's the truth.
They don't want to worship. He didn't want to worship. Well, he didn't want to obey us.
Ooh.
That's what it was.
Wow. That's exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm.
That is exact.
I ain't even read the Bible like that.
And exactly. That's common. That right there just proves how simple shit is. Because you got parents in your life, and if you don't want to obey your parents, there's only one other thing that can come from that.
You get the fuck out.
I was just gonna say difficult, but yes, no. But that's exactly what happened on that highest level.
Oh wow, yo, that is true.
Yeah, he didn't even say it.
about. Are you about to go fart or something? Oh, you might as well.
A fart?
In a little corner or something.
Really? Is that trash or that's still food?
Oh, that ain't trash.
I'll take one of them ranch cup things. Give me one.
Take the full one because I don't need it. Yeah. It's hilarious. What were you saying? Oh, Lucifer.
Kicked him out.
Yeah, he I guess that's the point when he came down and started messing with Eve.
Literally, I got the footage. I mean, the documents. But
No, you got the footage? I'm gonna say, oh, that's some
in my mind, when I read it, people be trying to, people be trying to take away what you can read and learn. Because I don't relate to everything. Some things you just learn and now you know it. Nigga, I don't relate to ABC. I don't relate to that.
Like the alphabet?
I don't relate to the alphabet.
Oh.
I just know. Me personally. But anyhow.
Is it still recording? Yeah.
We're at 11 minutes now.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
I'm nicking up now.
Not a vlogger.
It's gonna get. Oh, we on 5% with it. I need to plug that up. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna keep my neck. I mean, I liked it. Oh, that's cool too. Okay, little phone. Now that thing is charging anything. Damn. You see all this that's happening?
Oh, the USB, yeah.
Okay. I need to do that. Yep, pick you back up. This is heavy. That would have hit my toe. I would have been upset.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for the most part, like a glove. You ever seen Ace Ventura, Pet Detective?
You gonna do that.
Back it up more.
There you go. Good, good.
Awesome sauce. So what if we make a video like this? And we just make a video like this? Because if we had those microphones.
An ASMR video?
Yeah.
Okay.
But ASMR?
I already know the mic I want.
Is it like $50?
I don't think so.
Sheesh.
It's called blue. Why is my feet so white? Don't be scared the fuck out of me.
What you thought I would have did? Are they lotioned up? I got lotion if you need them to be lotion. But
they aren't.
It's on you. I can definitely have a hope they should be. Was that like an incentive to lotion my feet, Negro? Negro, lotion me.
No, an incentive like, damn, I didn't know my feet hurt.
They don't, but.
No, like when you touch certain parts.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, not hurts like.
Right. Need.
A need, yeah, rub that shit out. It's like right here.
Yeah, that's where it be at.
Why does it hurt like that?
Because the shoes are not properly made, and just walking alone. I mean, now we can go into the third segment of our conversation. Now we're just talking about the anatomy of the body, guys.
That's why I love YouTube, because like that video is an hour and 30 minutes. I could probably make so many videos on that.
You definitely could. That could be a whole series to get to the end of the conversation. So yeah. Let me see. You better not. I just want my head.
I'll get you a tripod or something. Do you know what that is?
I had one. Stop playing me. The one for the phone I sold it for like $10 because I wasn't doing this, like, you know what I mean? This is okay. My auntie about 5 years ago, she said, Nick, you need to find your community or your group of people, like, because she was just listening to me talk one day, and she was like, it's people that need to hear what you have to say. And there's people who you need to be able to say this stuff to. And I'm not one of them type shit. Like she was hitting me
She
like
said
that.
straight up, I'm not your tribe.
Right. On that level, she definitely did. But she did, she inspired me to understand that there's something that although I'm not doing that thing, there's something that I need to be doing or can be doing, right? So, money. How valuable is money from your perspective?
It's really not though.
Talk to me. How so?
Because when I was younger, $20 would last me a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm younger, like 18,
Mm-hmm.
22, almost 23.
Mm-hmm.
$20 is one meal.
Damn, that's reality now.
And it's not like I change what I eat.
The expensive shit.
It has to be, but without us even noticing.
Right. Ooh, so that means what I just heard now, when I was 18, that's just like talking to a 60-year-old right now about how when $1 fill up their whole tank of gas. Mm-hmm. Ain't shit changed. Only thing that's changed is the value of the money has become less. The things that the money's paying for has always been the same. You need that shit. You need the gas, you need the food, you need the electricity. Exactly. But because, do I want to go there?
Yeah.
Because I would say the society, the way it's structured, so many people were able to find out that niche that got them an overwhelming amount of finances to the point where, shit, we gotta, make these things that don't cost so much cost much more, so that everybody isn't able to get out of our rat race. That's one avenue of thought. The second avenue of thought would be that
it is a rat race in America.
For sure. Even outside, because everyone here is idolizing this place. China's the second runner-up for America. After that, you got Russia.
China's ahead of us.
To be like, they're ahead of us in production. They're ahead of us in things that they're doing, but they haven't beat us in
lifestyle.
Not, yeah. No one is above the westernized lifestyle because we're the most wasteful. We're the most wasteful people. Not by choice, but by design. Because, I got a bottle of water. I left that shit in the car. I ain't gonna drink it no more. I'm gonna buy another one.
Yeah.
I tried
I don't drink separate. I was like, only drink.
You gotta give me some.
I don't do that. I'll drink water is water. Shit.
Nah, yeah.
It,
but that was beautiful.
That
record you just related. You related to the book that I was writing. Type shit. So, okay. Now, money not being valuable. On the reason I asked that level is because it is a debt note. It is a $20 bill is a $20 sign of debt. I'm in debt, $20. So let me, spend $19 of my debt and just give me $1 debt back. It's like asinine to me, but I'm trying to get all of the dollars just so therefore now what we're doing can be done for me outside the country to the point where, okay, people's like, oh, I want to spend some time with Nick. Nick is in Ghana or Nick is in Europe somewhere chilling or Nick is in China but never. I'm not ever going to go to China because they got too much technology to the point where niggas just want to know everything about you. And that's coming here soon too. I ain't got time. I want to be in the bush.
So it might sound kind of crazy.
Talk to me.
But there is this video game,
or
this app. I downloaded because Instagram had did like a little sponsor or whatever, and it was called like a Life Sims app. But it's not on like a Kim Kardashian level. Mm-hmm. It's just like a basic. Let me see if I can turn down the brightness would help it.
Yeah, that's good. Probably gotta go in a little closer to that mic. That camera.
Yeah. So it's like something like this, right?
Looks like what's her name? The chick from some TV show.
So it has education. Mm-hmm. It has accommodation, job, food, relations, clothes, and transport, which is everything you need for
life.
basic life.
Yep.
So randomly it'll alert you, oh, you spilled some food on your clothes, you lost $30. You invited your friends over for dinner, it cost $1,000. Don't know why I'm spending $1,000 to feed my friends, but little things like that. And so I was like, okay, let me try to figure out the game, because it's just this page, like that's it. It's just this page and the little icons at the bottom.
Interesting.
So it says, okay, I'm like, okay, well, first I'm gonna need somewhere to live. I played it, was winning, and then I lost everything on this app. And I found it funny because I looked at, I was fired after being rude to a client. I remember, I'm sorry, I don't even know how I did that. But anyways, back to my point. But it would say, okay, if you want this particular job, you have to do X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. And you must be living in a certain amount of house and accepting this level of food. So the food levels would be like free food, that's fine. Or cheap street food, $300 a month. Blah, 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 blah. And then I noticed as I was playing and I kept looking at the notifications to the app, and it said that, like, as far as my income, it was plus $300, but as far as my charges, I was always in the negative. Even when I was making, I had $30,000 in the bank on this app. I had the boyfriend, I had the car, I had the brand new apartment, brand new job, all that stuff, whatever. And
name of the app again?
LifeSim or something. I think it's LifeSim.
As in simulation.
It says, day has died of spleet and sorrow. I died at 30 years old. I stopped playing it a couple days, but yeah. I wasn't gonna keep playing the same thing. But I like kinda got the gist. And I was like, how am I always in the negative though? Why am I never making enough money even though I see all this money in the bank? And how is it so easy for me to just lose my job and then I lost everything? Even the boyfriend. I was like, damn, these niggas don't even stick with you in the game. Like,
that's real.
Like,
this video just became a review for
it just came, exactly.
That's what I'm gonna chop up a piece. But because when you put the camera in there, I want that to be my thumbnail.
How the thumbnail works?
Well, I was gonna take.
This is not going on YouTube.
All right.
This can go in a vlog, but this cannot be.
What's a vlog?
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? Do I have to make a website, or do I put it on my Facebook, or
a vlog?
Yeah, it's a video log, a video journal. But is it like a .com directly to me?
No, you put it on YouTube. Titled as a vlog.
Okay. Anyhow.
Really, I've been.
This simulation
game.
I got
a lot to teach you. You have a lot to teach me. I got a lot to teach you.
Yeah, I'll take that. But this video, this game is showing us, I would say, the desperation that is bred in us. Not necessarily.
I need more of a job because I don't want to live in this house. I'm not happy. The thing 1111. Wow, the avatar would tell you, oh, I'm really lonely. I want to fish. And then if I wanted to upgrade my job, I couldn't upgrade my job until I got fish.
The fish is a literal fish.
Like I had to buy a fish. There was a fish, there was a dog, boyfriend, fiance, husband, baby. I didn't make it that far. I died at 30. It told me I was 30 years old. But yeah, it's something. It was really interesting because it made me think of like, this is kind of how life goes.
Yes, it's a simulated version.
Of course, life simulation.
What people stress over, like people
stress over
People
that
stress over it.
And then I realized, I spent probably over $20,000 in education. This is like a minimum of that because I can't remember really. I probably spent like $20,000, and it still did not help me with the job because it wanted me to have fish, it wanted me to wear this amount of clothes, buy this amount of food to even get the job that would have afforded the house. Like, what the fuck? And I'm still in debt though.
Dame Dash, man, want to listen to the Dame Dash